Hello, I'm Michael Druitt. I'm coming back to Wotan from Das Rheingold, and I'm singing Der Wanderer, the third and final instalment of Wotan in this wonderful ring cycle.
Wer ihn rauft, hat ihn gewonnen. Willst du noch mehr, Gott mit dir vor.
Siegfried is the third part of the cycle, and is Wagner and nature, really. Whereas we had fire and water perhaps in the first two, we now have nature with the birds and forests, and it explores how the humans will eventually take over, how Wotan has planned maybe for hundreds of years for this to take place. And we see Siegfried reaching manhood perhaps, and Wotan ready to hand over everything to him, to put the trust in him and move the world forward. Siegfried is a creation of Wotan and his vision for how it should be, because Wotan's always there meddling. He says he will let everything take its natural course, but he's there interfering and meddling throughout. And I think, he is taken by surprise, I think, of how Siegfried does develop and turn out. It's not quite perhaps what he was hoping, but he has to put trust in that because he's set these things up and fate has to take this course. So I think, hope for the best. He'll be all right.
And I'm the music director at Opera North, and I'm conducting these performances of Siegfried. The relationship of the conductor and orchestra is very important in these works on this sort of scale, because there's a lot of trust required. It's very much a sort of a family arrangement. I don't like to see it at all as, I'm saying this is what we do. I mean, I have to make decisions, but I rely on the sort of musicianship, extremely high level of musicianship of the players in front of me who are sort of interpreting it. In fact, a lot of the time we talk about elements of the story and what's happening here, to get the right sort of colours and the sounds out of the orchestra. And I think when they feel, of course they're not playing in a pit here as well, they're actually on the stage, so in a sense they're even more part of the story than usual. You're very, very aware of that, and they're on exactly the same level as the singers. So developing for them an understanding of the story and the elements of the story that are important really influences is the way we play. conducting the Ring Cycle is, yes, a huge landmark for any conductor, an opera conductor. I mean, there is nothing sort of bigger as a sort of a whole. I mean, there are other Wagner operas like Tristan, which are also huge landmarks, Parsifal as well. But I suppose it's the fact that the Ring takes place over several nights. There is so much music involved, and it's an iconic piece. So it is. It's a huge, huge landmark. Yeah. In fact, I will be astonished when it's over at the end of next year to think that we've actually done it. I cannot imagine such a time.
My name is Matti Turi, and I'm playing Siegfried in Wagner's opera Siegfried. Siegfried is about love and pure action. I am very, very much amazed how Wagner has built up this music. The people argue, people loves, and all those emotions are very, very purely in Wagner's orchestra partiture. And it's very, very understandable for everybody who comes to watch this performance. We find there all moments what we can't imagine. It's fear, it's love, it's furious things, it's sounds from nature, wood, water, sunshine. There's everything. It's very simple to understand this music.
My name is David Greed and I'm the leader of the orchestra of Opera North. Well, I'm sitting in front of the orchestra, as you can see, as big as ever. I suppose the most unusual orchestration aspect is right behind me, the Wagner tubas, and along with them in the same group, the contrabass tuba, which is very clear to see when you look at the stage. The feeling is very different being on the stage, and I would say particularly for the audience, where in the theatre they would not necessarily see the music being played, they would hear it, but they wouldn't see it. They can, in this configuration, they can actually look at the players who are playing. They can look at the string players scrambling around. They can look at the brass players going red in the face, and it's, you know, it just adds to the tension of the evening, I think.
My name is Sir John Tomlinson. I've been singing Wagner's music for about 40 years, and I'm here as artistic consultant to this production to give feedback to the team, to the conductor and the director and the singers about everything that I see and hear, and to coach the singers individually on their roles. It's very interesting, these performances here in the Town Hall at Leeds. The orchestra is sounding absolutely fantastic under the direction of Richard Farnes. It's semi-staged, so of course all the singers are singing their roles from memory, of course, and behind them are projections, very beautiful atmospheric projections behind the orchestra, which sort of conjure up the atmosphere of the piece. The text is there, the surtitles in English. It's very accessible for, I think, for a new public, you know, for public coming to see the Ring for the first time. You could literally walk in from the street, sit down and enjoy this performance. There are some great scenes in the Ring Cycle. There's some great scenes in this opera. Siegfried forging the sword in the first act. The Wanderer questioning Mima in the first act too. The wonderful pastoral scenes in the second act, the killing of the dragon. The love duet at the very end of the piece is just a wonderful scene. But I suppose the thing I always look forward to most is the beginning of Act 3, where Wotan goes to Erde, the earth goddess, and conjures her up from the earth, forces her to come up and forces her to confront him, and they have an epic argument about life and death and the meaning of existence. And this is Wagner's music at its greatest.